Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to F125, where we are doing a league race. That is right, we're doing a league race. We did a F2 league race, but it went so bad I'm not going to bother uploading it. So we're going to do the F1, and as you can see I'm starting last at the bottom of the timing table there. That is because I actually missed qualifying. I literally had 30 seconds to get into the lobby, pick a car, and get the setup on. However, this is with realistic cars. So my Racing Bull is realistic to how the Racing Bull is in IRL. The McLarens and the Red Bulls are the fastest cars. Mercedes is up there as well, Ferrari were up there as well. But we are in arguably the worst car. So here we are now at the race start strategy. As soon as I opened this up I was like, hold up, it's 100% race. I thought this was 50. So that's a great start as well. So I've done no practice. There is wet weather towards the end, and I have no idea what I'm doing with strategy. So as you can see, I'm just playing around with it at the moment. So it is a bit of a tricky one, this one, to say the least. I was having a look, see if maybe one stop could work, but I was like, no, that's 10 seconds slower. Nah, it's not worth doing. I'm better off just doing a two-stop. And the fuel as well, I was massively over fuel, so I thought, I'm not going to use that much fuel, surely. So I thought I'd lower that as well, quite substantially. But here we have the strategy that I'm planning. So I'm planning a medium soft. Just messing around with it, see what works for me, what the plan is. It's yeah, this race is going to be very, very interesting. As you see, it's sunny, cloudy, and then it's cloudy, and then enters basically. And now the fuel, you can see I'm taking out so much fuel. I think I went down to, I think it's 52 laps, so I think I put it down to like 54 laps worth, and park family enabled, and I haven't done any practice, so this is the setup that I was using. Yeah, it was okay, it did the job. I mean, there was definitely things that were definitely not okay, but all in all it did the job. I was okay with that. So yeah, it's a bit strange, this one. It is a bit strange, but it's still a good fun race. Okay, and here we are onto the formation lap. So 100% distance, formation lap. Starting on the mediums, there's people around on the softs, there's people around on the hards, and other people on the mediums as well. It's a very split strategy across the board. As you can see, last, P18, in arguably one of the worst cars, if not the worst car. But that's fine, we're just going to do a bit of warming up, get the tyres ready, and hopefully by the end we'll have nice warm tyres and we can get a decent enough launch, but we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, and here we are, we're forming the grid. Last driver to do so. As you can see, I'm just easing it in very, very slowly. I'm in hot lap already. 0.1 meters, perfect. Did a great job there. Bear in mind, I've only been on wheel for about 8-9 days now, but here we are, right, lights ready, and they're out, and off we go, and I get a crazy start there compared to the Alpine. I'm on the outside now, going into turn 1, but then there's just a gaggle of cars everywhere. I can't go anywhere, so I just sit behind, play it safe, and there just is a calamity. Pure chaos ahead of me. I get ahead of this Aston, but this Aston wants to go for a gap that doesn't exist. So I back out. I'm like, okay, if you're going to keep pushing me, that's fine, I don't want to get damage. So we'll go into turn 3, because it's reverse, and they brake so early, they break their wing on me. And then Saint T in the Kick Sauber, one of the fastest drivers in this league, he then gets damage off me, I'm assuming, because he rammed into the back of me. So the Aston, unfortunately, I just think missed their braking point by a mile by braking way too early. This Red Bull as well seems to have damage from the same contact or same collision, as you can see on their left end plate, but we now have damage. And as you can imagine, it's just going to be pain from now. Going around this corner as well, it was just so understeery. I had to really lift, and I was just losing so much time to the Aston that caused the damage. But it is what it is. We got to keep going. It's a long race today, so we're going to be hoping for a safety car, hoping that we can get a good pit stop. I've also changed the differential down to 85. When you have damage, the thing you want to do is you want to lower your differential, because that gives you a better turn-in. So if you have damage on the front wing, that is what you need to do. Just messing around with the ERS as well, make sure that's okay. So if you have damage, make sure you lower your diff by a certain amount, depending on how bad the damage is. It will help a little bit. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. I was debating whether or not to box or not. I decided in the end not to box. I thought, okay, it's a long race, it could be a safety car within the next lap or two. It's manageable. I am catching Aston ahead, I'm catching quite a few drivers, and I'm gapping a couple of drivers behind me on the same tyre. So I thought, okay, we'll stick it out. play it but safe, and as that Aston goes massively wide, just keep it nice and clean, nice and steady, get ahead. Job done. And now we set our sights on our teammate Harrison in P7. So lap 3 now, and we're coming into Lovefield, obviously reverse, and the guy behind me is also very, very quick. Goes for a set on the inside, which is absolutely fine, no issues there. Nice and clean, nice and respectful, we give each other space. Benmar's still got front wing damage, we try go for the switchback, but the front wing just isn't there, can't do anything with it. However, I am going to try my best to get past, dump the battery just to get ahead. Obviously he's in the kick Sauber, I'm in the racing ball, so I kind of want to avoid that. That's my second warning, first or second warning. I don't know if I showed in the other one, I'm not too sure. But then we carry on, stay ahead, and then we just blitz out of this corner, head down to turn 1, and we actually managed to stay ahead quite respectfully here. So I think it was quite a nice move, that nice respectful racing as well. Considering we had damage, the fact we managed to get ahead and stay ahead at that point was great. But as you can imagine, it didn't last for long. Yep, as I just said, it's not going to last for long. You come out of the corner, and then I went down up here. I went up here into turn 3, I believe it is, in reverse, and then I have a massive amount of understeer. The guy behind me, Eddie, he's just obviously got that front wing. He's got that speed. He's got that overspeed. He's got the DRS. He's got the ERS. I put mine to none because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to fight this. No point. He's going to get past me. He is on the hards as well, so I know he's going long, and I just get a copious amount of understeer everywhere. I have got orange wing. I could be wrong, but it looked orange. I am colourblind, so bear with me. But yeah, I did think I had orange wing, and then at this point I was thinking, okay, I am going to be absolutely shafted. I was in his dirty air, and it sent me wide into going through cops, and it just ruined any kind of run I had. But we somehow managed to keep it there just about, but it wasn't anything crazy, unfortunately. And then that was us basically until lap 15. So here we are, lap 15. Obviously tyres are dying off. I was going to go to lap 19 or 20. However, the wing and the dirt and the tyre wear were just causing too much at this point. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to come in, get the wing sorted, get the new set of tyres on, and then I'll be ready to go. I was thinking about going onto the hards, but I thought, nah, if rain does come later on, because I was getting quite a few warnings from Mark the engineer. If I lost a bit of the rear wing there on the entry, it was a bit back end happy. But I knew rain was coming towards the end, so I thought, nah, I might as well just go mediums. They can definitely do the distance. Tyre wear isn't that bad. It's manageable, and with a front wing it'll be better. I also increased my differential at this point and increased the front wing angle by 1 click, so I was doing 26 front wing, 25 rear, and as you can see, nice long pit stop. And yeah, we it is what it is. We got damage. We made it a good amount of positions. The fact that we managed to hold our position in P10 or 11, just to have that, you know, just to be okay, basically. We're in a good position. We weren't P18, which is a fantastic thing. And we come out here. Saint T is on our inside, and we just cut in front of him. Absolutely nailed it. And then we see these Gagler cars ahead. They both got penalties. They're both on the hard tyres. So we thought, okay, time to make a move. So naturally, I'm going to sit behind them, get nice and close, and see if I can make a move as soon as possible. Obviously, Small Girl there in the Mercedes and Hammer there in the Aston. Both theoretically faster than me. The Mercedes definitely so, the Aston probably so. But we just know we had to make the move work, and kind of say through cops with a front wing. Felt beautiful. Small Girl makes a mistake there, so naturally wanting to dump the battery, get past as soon as possible. Doesn't make it too difficult for me. We were talking in Discord in the channel, and they recognised that I was basically rapid compared to them in the F2, and I assume they probably the same for the F1. So we didn't make that too difficult. They had a penalty as well, so maybe did not fire too much. And the same again for Saint T. There's a second warning. So I've had 2 warnings from lap 16. Brilliant. But the same for Saint T as well. You can see Saint T. She didn't fight Saint T. I mean, Small Girl might have had some damage. I'm not too sure. And then we've got Hammer just ahead of us. Same thing. Hard tyre, 3-second penalty. With my teammate Harrison on the soft tyres, 14 seconds ahead. But he was dropping in and out. He kept getting disconnected, connected, disconnected, connected, and then I was catching him, overtaking him, and then a couple of laps later he'd overtake me. But now I have a front wing. I'm hoping that I can get past him easily and not have to worry about anything. So very next lap. Got tyres a little bit warmer now. We've got Hammer right in front of us. want to make this move done as soon as possible, because Dirty F through the next section is horrendous. So we make the move stick. Nice respectful racing, enough room left. Get through the corners, give him the dirty air, keep the clean air for myself, be very selfish, thank you very much, and we are ahead. And now we've got clean air, fresh tyres, and with our teammate who's dropping in and out constantly ahead of us. So we're in P11, but we're on the chase now for some points. Starting from P18, I think we've done alright after 17 laps with wing damage. Okay, here we are now, lap 24. As you can see, I've made a huge gap now to Sainty, 12.5 seconds just under, and small girl there, 13.5 seconds with the 6 seconds of bends now. So we've actually done quite well. We managed to gap them quite easily. Eddie ahead, we are not catching. However, Jam in P7 we are catching rapidly. Obviously Eddie on those softs, and I thought, okay, the softs, if he wants to go to the rain period, it's gonna be a tricky one, because obviously the softs die a lot quicker than the mediums and the hards. So yes, they're gonna have pace. As you can see, my tyre wear isn't that bad at all after almost 10 laps, which is fantastic. So tyre wear is actually pretty nice on the wheel. But yeah, we're catching Jam. I think that was a target. I wasn't too worried about Eddie. I was like, okay, he's gonna have to pit at some point. He'll come back to us. And if he has to pit again for the inters when it comes to it, then we got a pit stop on him already. So I wasn't too worried. I just was focusing on Jam's time, and then every lap Jam's time was coming down and down and down. And we just kept making the move. So as you can see, that is 10.6. Get a nice little corner here. It wasn't perfect. Missed the apex a little bit. Get the exit, and now it's 10.5. It just sticks around 10.5. So every corner we're taking about a tenth out. Here as well. Apparently I was really good through here. As we get it down to 10.4, so that's another tenth right there. So every single corner we're making up positions, and as you can see, Jam now is 6 seconds of penalties as well. So as long as we get within 4 seconds, I was thinking, okay, P7's on the cards, P7's doable, not too shabby at all. So we just need to keep on chasing and hope that we can get a safety car maybe and get to this rain weather period. Okay, here we are, lap 32. And Jam is just up ahead. Eddie has just entered the pits, so he's already lost that pit stop now. So he's already lost that pit stop. We are catching Jam now. He's got 6 seconds. He knows we're faster than him, so he doesn't make it too difficult. But we are going into turn 1, turn 2, and may I just say that those sequence of corners were perfect, pinpoint perfect for me there. I think it worked out really well. I'm in medium, not pushing too hard, just trying to stay behind, trying to stay nice and chill. I dropped back a little bit. Only very, very slightly. It was a brief lift out of that corner we just went through, just so I could get out of the Dirty X at 7/10, and I was over 7/10 at that point, so I just wanted to get a little bit more clean air. And it worked out perfectly. I actually managed to stay relatively close. There was a little bit of understeer to the corners, but nothing too crazy. And then cops, I have to stay as close as possible just to make sure I get DRS as well as a little bit of slipstream so I can make a move. So there you go, Jam is up ahead, 6/10, and it's just hovering 5/10. And it's going down 4/10, and yeah, we just brake at the right point, get the car turned in. Jam a little bit of a wiggle there, hitting the curb. That inside curb at Lovefield is it can be really bad in reverse, but all in all, not too bad. We're gonna stay in medium. There's no point pushing at the moment because there is no DRS zone down here, and then we're gonna just nice and easily go around there. As you know, I've got 2 warnings, still no penalty from lap 16. So the fact that I haven't got a penalty yet is a miracle. We've done double the distance and I've not got any more warnings, which is fantastic. But Jam stays out. Correct call. He's on the mediums. He knows the rain's coming. In fact, the rain is coming around lap 37, lap 38. We've been told about 5 minutes, so we know we got there. There, I've been told pit window is open. So the team wanted me to box for softs. However, the rain was coming in 5 to 10 minutes, so I thought, no, I'm going to stick it out. I'd rather stick it out. I'm not going to gain the 30 plus seconds, because it's a long pit stop here. I'm not going to gain the 30 plus seconds doing that, so I'm going to stay out. We get the run on Jam here on the outside, and if you may have noticed as well, I do have the fastest lap. I am faster than the 2 McLarens that are leading and dominating this race by about 10 seconds at this point. I had no DRS, I was on 5-lap-old mediums. I don't know how I managed it. I think I just got lucky with the corners, got everything absolutely pinpoint perfect maybe. Because remember, these cars are not equal, they are realistic performance. But anyway, Jam there, we've already gapped by a second. We went through cops and we've gapped him by a second. I think that was perfect. We now have clean air. Baker Gaming in the Ferrari, so now we're catching the big heavy hitters. 12.5 seconds or 12 seconds ahead now with 3 seconds of penalties. So I was thinking, okay, P6, doable. Geldy, no penalties, 16 seconds ahead, not worth it. I keep asking for the weather report, but Mark is he doesn't want to listen. He doesn't want anything. And obviously the weather now at this point is key to me actually being successful in this race. But yeah, it's just, I'm not going to pit. I'm not going to waste 30 seconds knowing that rain is coming. But it's fun. It's fun. We just keep on driving. We keep on moving. We're just absolutely chilling at this point. We're in clean air. We're not really catching Bakey. I mean, we are catching Bakey a little bit, but Geldy is getting rapid. He's getting quicker and quicker. He's been on those hards a lot less than I've been on these mediums, so his tyres should be much nicer for him to drive. Also the Williams as well, very, very, very quick car in the straights, and there's a lot of straights on this track, so definitely ball in Geldy's court, if that makes sense. Ball's in his court. It's just a matter if there's a mistake or if there's a safety car or anything like that. But yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I think we're doing okay. We can actually get P6, maybe even P5 if we get super lucky. And I asked for the weather, and Mark's like, sorry, no, we can't do that. So I was thinking, okay, I'm assuming he's saying that because the rain is going to be here now. Whether it is or not, I'm not too sure. But yeah, we just keep on driving and keep on hoping. And as we carry on going, we come out of left field, and then a virtual safety car comes out immediately, and we immediately summon the brakes. Well, not summon the brakes, but we lift. We lift and coast. And I had a choice now. Do I box for softs? People ahead of me on softs and mediums and hards were boxing for softs. They were boxing. As you can see there, Big Roots in the Red Bull is boxing right now from the hards. Bakey in the Ferrari boxing for softs, I'm assuming, as well. I thought, no, rain's coming in the next couple minutes. There's no point boxing under this VSC. If it was a full safety car, maybe a different story, because Saint T is so far back, I would only lose one position with fresh softs, so I might be able to make a move. But with a VSC, and its ending is a very quick one, it's now green. Big Roots in that Red Bull, he's now P7. Yes, he's on fresher tyres. Jam is just behind me, got a good VSC V-Star, so that's awesome. But now we're a P5. On track, legit, we are a P5, ahead of a Ferrari and ahead of a Red Bull. So yeah, we're doing absolute bits right now. But Jam is right behind us. He's over a second now, so he's not gonna get that dirty air, but he's not gonna get that DRS or much of that slipstream either. So it's all right. We're doing okay. But Geldy, 14.5 seconds, almost 15 seconds ahead of us. Crazy stuff, and I believe that was our teammate Harrison. We've just overtaken, lapped. He keeps having issues with disconnections and connections, so it's really unfortunate for them. But yeah, Geldy 14 seconds ahead. There is 16 laps, so I need to gain over a second a lap just to catch Geldy. So I was like, okay, so the best I'm hoping for this race is P5, stick it out, see how it goes, hope for some chaos. Okay, here we are, lap 37. We're just come out of Luffield. We're coming down the back straight. Is it the Hanger Straight? Hamilton Straight? One of the two. And then we come to the final few corners, and it starts raining. Now, people ahead of me were boxing immediately, going onto the softs. Gelby there gets 10 seconds for speeding the pit lane. Obviously a little bit slippery, and it is downhill on the entry into reverse Great Britain, reverse Silverstone. It is downhill, so you do have to brake a little bit earlier than you think. But yeah, 10 seconds for Gelby. We decide that we're not going to box just yet. We have enough grip at the moment. Everything is feeling okay. I mean, yeah, it's not perfect, but I think we're still faster than the Inters. So I stick it out. I stay on the mediums. I'm like, okay, one more lap. It's quite a long track, 1 minute 30. We'll get around this lap, and then we're going to box. So far, it works out okay. We're gapping Gelby. We're still doing okay. And then we start matching Gelby as we come through these sequence of corners. Obviously, I'm using hot lap as well because I need a box this lap, so I need to get absolutely pushing. But as we come out of Beckett's and Maggots, not Maggots and Beckett's, Beckett's and Maggots, and we head down to Cops, I noticed that we've lost about 8/10 to Gelby at this point. He is lapping a little bit faster than us. DRS disabled, which means that it's definitely time to box. I get on the radio, tell Mark, okay, I'm boxing this lap. So yeah, now we just need to get into the bits, hope that we have a semi-decent setup for the rain, because I didn't know it was raining in qualifying. I didn't know that it was going to be a wet race until we actually got into the track. So I'm running a dry setup. But also now with the front wing, I changed that by 2 clicks up, 28. 2 clicks seem to work perfectly in the inters. The rear wing though was still on 25, obviously you can't change that. Getting very slippery now into the last few corners. Surprisingly, Gelby is matching us, maybe going slightly quicker, but only slightly. So we are going to box, we are going to make sure we actually make it nice and clean on the entry as well. So here we go, nice and easy, nice, little bit of back end, don't want to get a penalty, and in we are, in for the pit stop. We're going to slap on the inters, a shockwave ahead of us in the Mercedes, again, inters, shock to no one as it should be. But we are there or thereabouts, but unfortunately Gelby is ahead, but the gaps now between everyone is so monumental, it's very, very difficult to actually make a move and do anything, which is fine, but we just need to hope for a safety car at this point, because we're just so far back. It's very, very, very difficult to now catch up, knowing that we have a dry setup and everyone else is on wet tyres. So yeah, it is what it is. We'll just keep driving, we'll keep moving, and then hopefully we can do something. Nice cold inters on an outlap that I've never drove on wet track before. This is the first time I think I've drove on a wet track on F125 with a dry setup as well. So I've got no idea what's coming into this, but we are settled right now for P5 comfortably. 9 seconds ahead of P6, 18 behind P4. I think we're looking okay. I think we are looking okay for a solid top 5 finish from P18, which is brilliant stuff for us. Absolutely love it. Here we are, lap 39, same lap. We are coming through the final corner, and this happens. Safety car deployed. The 17 seconds and 27 seconds gap ahead of us means nothing. We are now going to catch. Gelby is going to box, I believe, to get rid of that 10-second penalty, knowing that it's going to be added on at the end. It's better to take the pain now whilst the grid is spread. To lose as little positions as possible. He did gap us a bit as well, so we weren't going to catch him. This safety car saved our race. Well, we were P5 no matter what. I'll be happy with P5. But after the safety car, I saw Shockwave had 3 seconds and Gelby had 10 seconds. I was thinking, okay, so the safety car, 10 laps. If I can stick with for 10 laps, I might be able to make some positions and maybe get on the podium if I'm super lucky and super consistent. And obviously the tyre wear on the inters is non-existent, so yeah, I was nice and chill, thought about just chilling out, getting to the end and making sure the safety car works. So safety car in this lap 44 of 52, which means we're going to get quick mass 7 or 8 laps of actual racing. I was a little bit hesitant because my tyres were cold. I didn't know what the grip was going to be like on the inters. I didn't want to spin, and immediately Macho Mark or Mark, I don't know, Mark, not the engineer, is struggling a lot on those inters tires. He's very much struggling on the wet weather, making a few mistakes. He has got 3 seconds as well, so I'm thinking, okay, P3 is definitely possible, but sticking with McLaren can be very, very difficult considering I'm in one of the worst cars. And if you look behind me, I've also got a Red Bull and a Ferrari behind me, arguably top level drivers as well, with top level teams. So it's a McLaren P1, Mercedes P2, McLaren P3, Ferrari P5, and a Red Bull P5 and a Ferrari P6. So I'm with all the big boys, the heavy hitters, the fastest cars, and I'm there in a racing Bull, which is arguably one of the slowest. So yeah, I think the goal at this point now, just to stay in 3 seconds of Mark ahead of us. A Shockwave, too rapid. 1.7 seconds, almost 1.8, there it is, 1.8 seconds ahead of me, and gaining time everywhere. I don't know if they turned on traction control, or if they're just better in the wet, I don't know. But Shockwave, fair one, I just was like, okay, P2 is out of the question, it's not going to happen. Because after a lap he's almost got me by the 3 second penalty he's got anyway, so I wasn't too bothered. But Mark ahead, 3 seconds, I'm staying with 6 tenths, now 5 tenths. So he is, I'm matching him, and that's all I have to do is match him towards the end. But also I make a few slides and a few mistakes, but I'm learning the car, getting the tyres nice and warm, trying to stay as close as possible. and yeah, it's just got to play the game now, I guess. Play the game. Let's just have a bit of fun. Okay, and here we are, the final lap. As you can see, Mark is 3.7 ahead of me. So I've got to gain 7/10 on a McLaren in wet weather whilst I'm on a dry setup on a track that I haven't practiced at all, just to get a podium. I mean, I'd be very happy with 4th, but I want that podium on debut. So I naturally put my absolute heart into this lap, and it's 3.3. It's staying at 3.3, I think that is. It's a little zoomed in for me, so you have to bear with me if I'm wrong, but it's just over 3 seconds. And yeah, in the straights we're just losing so much time because that McLaren is so much quicker. I get on the grass a little bit, that compromises me through all of here. So it's now 3.4, and it's slowly increasing again and again and again. I plant the power a bit more, a little bit of ERS, just need to get absolutely nailed. He makes a mistake at Cox by the looks of it, but I also lose the back end slightly, very slightly, but it's enough to give enough rotation. And now we're on the bubble. We are 3 seconds, just over 3 seconds behind. We can do this, we can make this work, so we absolutely need to nail this final sector. So here we are, 19% battery, it's not looking good. We're in hot lap, we're trying to make the best of it. He's now 3.1 ahead, and he's gaining time. I'm like, okay, I'm in single figures now, let's just save a bit of battery for the next straight, because that's where it's going to matter. Assuming that he's burnt all of his battery. 3.2, 3.3, 3.1, and it just keeps coming down. That time just keeps coming down. We make a little bit of a slide coming out the final corner, but Mark ahead has a bigger slide, and as you can see, and then we're under 3 seconds, come on the final corner, cross the line, and we beat him by half a tenth, 51 milliseconds. So we went P18 to P3, realistic cars in a racing bull with no practice. I think that went pretty well. Yeah, that race was absolutely fantastic. Obviously, I got lucky with the safety car, but even before that safety car, P5 was guaranteed. So even if I got P5, I would have finished ahead of a Ferrari. I would have been best of the rest, effectively. Being ahead of the Haas drivers, the Kick Saubers, the Williams, I was ahead. So all in all, I think that went fantastic. But with the way that the teams work in this game, with this league, the fastest drivers go into the slowest cars, and the slowest drivers get into the fast cars. So the way it will work is OB in P1 and Shockwave, I believe, will go to the Kick Sauber, and then me and Mark will then go to the next slowest team, which I think will be the Racing Bull. If not Racing Bull, I reckon it'll be Haas or Aston. Or even the Alpine, but that's where we're going to be, and so we're going to be in a slower car for the next race, and then the slower people down the bottom, so Harrison and Nick down there in the bottom, they'll both be in the fastest cars, so either the McLarens or the Red Bulls. But I think that was brilliant, and because the rain came out at just the right moment, we somehow managed to keep that fastest lap. So here we are on the podium. I mean, that's not us, but there we are. Look, Mom, I'm there. Look. That's me on the far right. Better not say that. That's me on the right-hand side of the podium. And yeah, I think it's all looking. I think it went perfectly. The commentators as well for the race, they said I was driver of the day. I think we did a great job there. It was really good fun. I think that's the best drive I've had on the game so far, and the fact that I've done no practice for it as well, I think that really worked. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you want to see more of this, and there we go, fastest lap, driver of the day. Somehow not getting the most overtakes, even though we started P18 and got P3, so that's 15 overtakes, I'll make that, but it's fine, I'll allow it. But yeah, we managed to keep the fastest lap there by less than a tenth compared to OB in P1, and OB I think had DRS, we didn't. We only had the track, basically, us and the tyres and the ERS. We didn't have anything else. But all in all, that went brilliantly. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.